Therese Bolden. Welcome back to the finale of season 3. We're talking about peace. It's a continuation from season 2, episode 1 and 2 of The Holy Instant. I'm talking about peace and the attainment of peace through love, and how the Course in Miracles defines that there are only two emotions. One is love and one is fear, and fear is from the ego. And so I want to extend on from that, as I've spoken about how I've been reading through the text in the Course in Miracles and been dropping the illusion. The illusion is that I'm separate from anyone else. The illusion that we're not one energy. The illusion that this life is all there is. The illusion that you just come here and you work hard and then you die. All of that I've been working through, and I've been dropping, letting go of, through understanding my purpose, understanding what I'm here to do, understanding that I have a higher purpose to talk about love and about peace and about my experiences of awakening, which started really from a young girl. I'd always been very intuitive, and growing up in a home with domestic violence, that was shut down. And then I had an inciting incident, which was my mother's death at the age of 19. And my world turned upside down, and I had a breakdown, which was really a breakthrough. And I began to experience the destruction of the ego. Because when you do analysis, you're bringing up everything that's in your unconscious, and the ego just wants to survive. You see, there are no defense mechanisms when you break them down through analysis. The ego just wanted to survive. And I began to understand firsthand how destructive the ego is. Its modus operandi is fear. And the reason it operates in this way is to keep you in line and to survive. So it's hierarchical, it's competitive, it's aggressive, it's hostile, it's violent, it's corrosive, it's destructive. It separates. And then there's love, which unifies, which is peace, which is the highest vibration on the planet, which is compassionate, which is kind, which is patient. And it's always going to be your choice. But even if you choose to remain attached to your egoic understanding of who you are, that doesn't mean that you're not the essence of you is not love. It is, and it always will be. And it always will be connected to the one. And I have experienced this through my experience of the Holy Instant. But I want to go back to my discussion on how I've used the Holy Spirit, which is your higher self connected to a universal order. The Holy Spirit comes through, and it's a bridge between perception, which is the ego. The ego perceives and projects, and knowledge. Knowledge is that we are all one. And I've given examples in the last episode of when you think of someone and they randomly call you, or they show up. Or if you're a woman and you have your menstrual cycle and you're around other women and you're all in sync, this is because we are all one. Or if you walk down a street and an animal looks into your eyes, how does that animal know to look into your eyes? We are all one. And that has been my experience through the Holy Instant. So the Holy Spirit uses or translates perception into knowledge. The ego uses the body for attack, for pleasure, for pride. The Holy Spirit uses the body to communicate. And communication, of course, is shared. However, because the ego is built on fear, it projects fear and promotes fear and endorses attack, which ironically breaks down communication, because when you're attacking someone, they're not going to hear anything you're saying. You'll not be able to communicate effectively. The ego creates a temporary allegiance to you. So it tricks you into thinking it's your friend, again, to survive, right? But its only desire, its only modus operandi is to survive, and it survives through fear. The Holy Spirit is unification. the Holy Spirit is giving. It unites. Okay? Peace is the central tenet of my thought system. Peace is the central tenet of love. It is love. When you are in the space of love and you feel love, you are at peace. When you are in the space of love and you remember who you are peaceful, and you will extend peace out to people. You will extend unity and communion with people because you are unity and communed. You are peace. And the Holy Spirit's voice is gentle, it's kind, it never wavers. If you decide, even if you decide to serve your ego, there is one truth, and that's not changed by your decision to turn away. And that's the truth. Holy Spirit engenders joy and ebullience, and it's the highest vibration. You know, it's the bridge between your ego and love, which is the essential. It's the essence of who you are. It's the essence of who I am. The ego speaks against creation and engenders doubt. Vigilance is also essential for it, okay? And then there's love, there's abundance, there's joy, there's everything you could possibly imagine and more when you're in that space of love, because that is your birthright. But you have subscribed to breadcrumbs. That's what you've subscribed to. Again, I say to you, you've subscribed to the tenets of capitalism that tell you, that profiteer of you looking outwards and thinking that you'll get attention and you'll get love when you buy this or you buy that. You've subscribed to dogma and religion that tell you that you're never going to get to meet your maker or get to heaven if you don't act accordingly. And none of that is true, because the essence of you is love. And love is unity. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is gracious and gentle. And when you're ready to acknowledge that, your whole world will change. It will change because you will drop the illusions. And when you start dropping the illusions, people will move out of your life and new ones will come in that will connect with the same vibration as you, that will want to be around you because they are a mirror of you. Okay? There is no doubt in love. It is pure in its most essential form. There is no doubt, because love is the highest vibration, the purest form. It is all-encompassing. It is everything. It is joy. It is abundant. It is freedom. It is knowledge. It is all-encompassing. So this is my experience of peace, and why peace is so important, because each individual plays their own part in peace on a global scale. If we are peaceful internally, we project peace externally. If we are kind internally, we project kindness. If we are loving, we project love. If we are ebullient and if we are a light, a bright light, we reflect light and we receive light. And this is what we need to start doing for the world. Everybody has their own part to play in it. But there's always your agency and your freedom to choose. And I am so excited that I get to be in this space all the time. You see, not like the ego that has moods and creates moods. If it's not getting what it wants, your moods will fluctuate according to your egoic identification. All the time, I am joyous. I am in a wondrous state. That twinkle that I had in my eye as a young girl that I remember very vividly when I was about 2 or 3, it started to resurface. And I started to look at the world with such wonder and such awe, in the same way that a child would. And I started to believe in majestic, magical things, and magical, majestic things manifested for me because I believed in them. I was told that I would not be able to have children because I had chronic endometriosis, and I fell pregnant with my son very quickly, my beautiful son, my firstborn, and 18 months later fell pregnant with my daughter. Everything I have desired, if it's aligned with a higher purpose and the greater good of all, I have been able to manifest. and I am a master manifester because I'm in the state of flow with the universe and with love. It happens organically in the universe's time, not mine. And of course, all of that happens because I'm at peace with myself. Everything that you have inside of you is what you project outwards. And if you are identified with your ego and you're identified with pain and suffering and agitation and feelings of, vilification and feelings of being abused, then you will project that. But if you are ready to forgive in an earnest and humble heart, to forgive because you have so much more to gain, because in forgiveness, you're able to let go. In forgiveness, you're able to acknowledge that we are all human and we are all fallible and we all make mistakes. And the choice is always yours, my friends. This is my experience of peace. This is my invitation for you to question what your purpose is, an invitation for you to ask yourself what you want. You have all the answers. Everything is inside of you. And when you're ready, hopefully you will embrace love and be at the highest level that you can be. Actualize your highest potential because you are love. I hope that you come on this journey with me. I hope to connect with you in the future. I am Marie-Therese Bolden. I can't wait to connect with you. I wish you a life of peace, purpose, and prosperity. Bye for now.